I'm so angry about filming this video for you guys because I hate dyeing my hair. I hate dyeing my hair so much. I hate how I look when I'm dyeing my hair. I hate these ugly clothes that I wear when I'm dyeing my hair. It's just the most annoying thing that I ever do, but I owe you guys this video. I love jet black hair, and I'm gonna show you guys how I achieve that at home, super cheap. I've been dyeing my hair black for like 6-7 years now, and it's the same process every time. So I thought I would finally hop on here and show you guys how I dye my hair. Now, I look so ugly, you guys. I can't film this. Okay. We're gonna hop right into it, and then I swear I'm probably not gonna come back on here and show you the finished product until it's final. Okay, we're not even gonna do an intro. Let's get this done. Let's start with the housekeeping rules. You're gonna need gloves. I get medical gloves, easy on Amazon, just so I don't even have to think about it. I like to use as many as I want to use. Dyeing your hair is so annoying because it's so messy and it takes effort, and it's just the worst thing to do. But I'm too cheap and I like doing it too much to be able to justify paying so much to go get my hair done. But full disclaimer, you're messing with chemicals. You might damage your hair. Like, do this at your own risk. I'm just telling you what I do. So get used. I'm like getting so angry. Get some gloves, okay? So I start off with a pair of gloves on my hand. I also have a backup pair of gloves because you're gonna get messy. And then I also put one more pair already in the shower for me. So that's 3 pairs, okay? Now let's talk about the other things that I have going on. Like I said, really ugly clothes. This is my hair dyeing shirt, and I have my hair dyeing pajamas. Now, I would really recommend you to get something long sleeve. I mean, the hair dye that I'm using, I've gotten it on my skin a million times. It comes off, but it's just easier for everybody. If you're smart and if you're trying to do this in the least messy way, I would not suggest you to do this over your sink in your bathroom. That's totally amateur hour. Like, don't do that. I'm literally sitting on a dingy, disgusting old towel that I exclusively use for dyeing my hair. So I'm on the floor. Right in front of my face is a huge mirror. I, in the past, have even gotten like literally a stand-up mirror, like a $5 like dorm one that you get from like Target or whatever, and I keep that as my hair dyeing mirror because I used to be really messy with this. I use a demi-permanent hair dye. I'm going to show you what it is in a second. But demi-permanent, basically, like, it kind of is meant to, I guess, wash out or something like that. I don't really know. All I know is that it gives me a deeper, darker black than permanent. And it's also better on my hair and easier on my hair. So that's what we're going to be using today. Next thing, already have your shower stuff ready to go for you in the bathroom. You don't want to be scrambling with hair dye, like touching everything with your head. Maybe I'm just the most messy person in the world, but this is essential for me to tell you guys, okay? Then let's talk about timeline. So I used to over dye my hair, and me and my hair have gone through it, girl. But during that kind of weird period where I was like using some different kind of dye, I was over dyeing my hair at the same time, and my hair got so damaged. So I'm talking like every week, every other week, dyeing my hair. I've really been struggling with breaking that habit because it's super damaging for your hair. But if you are like me, and I'm gonna do a disgusting root reveal in a second. If you're like me and you have lighter roots, it is so like humiliating to let your like light roots grow in. At least for me, I don't even notice it on other people, but on me, I'm like, ew, you can see the light. Like, it just doesn't look good. I've picked my battles. I try to push it to like 3 weeks in between hair dyeing. If I can go longer, I'll go longer, but I always try and line it up before like an event, a trip, if I have a bunch of videos I want to film, whatever it is, right? One more thing in terms of like the housekeeping pre-dye, take all your earrings out. We already did that. Take your jewelry off. We don't need that in the way. Last but not least, I love like any kind of package, materials or whatever, just to kind of add more mess-free spaces in my working vibe, okay? Let's talk about the materials. So we already said gloves, Vaseline. I'm gonna put this on my hairline in a second. I also have a really disgusting bottle that I only use for hair dyeing with like rubbing alcohol. I also have 70% little pads. An old hairbrush. This is essential for me because you don't want to stain anything, and if you need to like brush it out or bring it through. And then I have like a claw clip. I really love this. This is like a collapsible hair dye tray. This is just nice. It lasts a long time. And then the star of the show, I have the box, which is disgusting, but Wella Color Charm. I get this from Sally's. You can get it on Amazon. And I do use the cream developer. The developer is 10, and I always do 2 parts of this developer to the hair dye. And honestly, I just measured out like eyeball. At this point, I know what I'm doing. Are you ready for my gross state of my hair? It's not even that bad, but it is. When I'm about to dye my hair, usually that like week, I'm doing super slick back ponies with a bunch of hair oil. So I know my hair looks so gross right now. It's because there's like 2 days worth of oil in my hair. I heard, and it might be one of those like adages that aren't true, hair dye on dirty hair, or like, not dirty, but like, you know what I'm saying, like unwashed, freshly cleaned hair, it takes the color better. I don't know if that's true, but it's something that I do pretty much every time I'm dyeing my hair. You can kind of see here, this is why I get self-conscious, because it just looks like I'm bald. I'm brushing all my hair back, and I'm just taking the Vaseline and I like drag my hair as if I'm doing like a ponytail or something, because I really want to get the baby hairs dyed, but I also don't want a big like ring around my face, you know what I mean? So this just kind of helps. And then I put whatever is left over on my ears, brushing it out and kind of splitting it down the middle. What I used to do was I would section off my hair first, and then I would just work section at a time. Now what I do is I just kind of do the top and then tie it up, and then whatever's left over on the bottom I'll do. Okay, so we're gonna squirt this out, and I like to start with like whatever amount and then add as I go versus having way too much product. Okay, now I'm gonna take the brush end and I just mix it up that way. You can do a better job or use like a stick or something. I don't know, girl. This is how I do it. I will say you don't want to do this like right before you go to bed if you can help it. If your hair is still wet, it's just gonna get all over like your bedding. Starting down the middle, this is all I'm doing. Not too much to it. So I start with kind of going through the roots, and I'll just paint it down, and then I kind of part on one side and then working on the other. Now again, I really like to have enough time where it's going to develop, and especially in the front, so you can kind of decide for yourself if you would rather like start on the front and then let that kind of sit for the longest, or how you want to do it. You're gonna have to make that call because it can be messy that way. So that's kind of why I don't start by going around the perimeter. One of the things that I think about, and it actually scares me, is like when I become pregnant one day, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna have to like let my hair do its thing, but I don't want to wear hats my entire pregnancy, and I'm not gonna like as if I'm pregnant. But I think about this, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna go back to my old hair color like as a mom, which could be a vibe too, but it's also like I haven't been with that hair at all since I've been an adult, like genuinely. I started dyeing my hair like dark brown, maybe like right before I left for college, and then maybe like sophomore year of college, I finally dyed it black, and I had been wanting to for some time. And then I just kind of take the brush and move it down. But yeah, like, so when I become a mom, am I gonna keep dyeing my hair black like afterwards and then just like let it get disgusting? Or am I gonna grow it out for 8 months, never touch it, and then do like a bob? and then you just grow it forever from there and never dye it again. I don't know. These are the things I contemplate. I used to just absolutely despise my natural hair color. I don't anymore, but I love the black. Like, the black is very much who I am. Like, I can't imagine not having black hair, but it is a lot of work. And it can be damaging and all of that kind of stuff. And it would be fun to like let my hair grow in and then like kind of tone it to be a little bit blonde, but I can't even picture that. Like, I need the black, right? What do you guys think? What am I supposed to do? So you can see I just keep sectioning it, and sometimes I make the section too big on accident, like that one. You kind of don't want to do that because you really want to like get in there and do your roots how they need to be done. If you dye your hair at home, what did you do if you also got pregnant? And girl, I literally don't want to have a kid for like 3 to 4 years. But it is something I think about, and I need to know what I'm gonna do before I am like stuck with that decision. I mean, there's no decision. I'm not dyeing my hair, but like I'm kind of saying like after, you know? And then like during, what am I supposed to do either? Like, I guess literally just wear a hat every day. But then if I go to work, what am I supposed to do? Just have 2 different color hair. I'll just be wearing that headband. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll wear that headband to work, and then I'll just wear a hat every day. Like I said, I hate doing this, but I never feel more confident than after I do this. So this is kind of where I stop, and I'm trying to be good right now about getting the perimeter as much as possible, because it's easy to miss spots, especially like back here. If you have somebody that will help you with this, you are God's favorite. Because I don't. Like, I could force my husband to, but I don't want to. Like, I just want him to like see me when it's done and be like, wow. Okay, we did one side, right? Now, what we're gonna do is I'm taking the top section that we just worked on. Make sure that you're not like stealing from the other side, but I'm gonna brush it as best as I can. And then you're gonna have like a puddle of product right here. So I'm just kind of massaging it towards the ends, and then I'm gonna twist it like a little bun, and then I'm gonna use these clips. These clips are so nice. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I did to this side, and you can kind of see I already kind of worked in to the front of my hair as best as I can. I'm being really nice to you guys because usually I listen or watch something and it's kind of driving me crazy. So I'm gonna do this side, and then I'll come back to you and show you how I do the bottom sections. We save it for the end for a reason. It's the worst. I hate it, and you know what? It's in my way, so I'm gonna tie it up too. I'll come back to you when I'm done with this portion. We'll do the end, and then I'll come back to you guys when it's all styled, and you'll see how it looks. We're back. Let me show you the bottom of my hair. I'm so tired of this. I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, the other thing too, on the right side of my face, I did use one of these already because it was dripping a lot down, and you can see I have some on my ear. So I'm gonna do it again just to show you what I'm talking about. But you're literally just going to take the little rubbing alcohol on your little pad and wipe it off. I like to let it kind of develop a little bit before I go in and do that, or else you're just rubbing off exactly what you just put on your head. But you can kind of see on this side it's developing. I'm gonna let it sit while I do this, and then I'm gonna go in again and clean up this side. This is how much I had left over from the left side of my head. I'm gonna add a little tiny bit more. I like to ration this out because I'm cheap, but obviously use as much as you need. I usually can get by using like a tube, like a half a tube per time. Okay, so with the back, the only kind of thing I want to show you, it's a little bit hard to like see what you're doing. So I try to section off small pieces, and then I literally just, like you're buttering toast, I do both sides, and then I drag it down like this, twist it, and then I just wrap it like this around whatever bun I have going on my head. Then at the end of both sides, I gather it up and tie it up. I'm going to paint both sides, and I usually kind of push it like this up against the side of my head. Okay, then I just drag the product, and you can like go in and massage too to make sure it's getting everywhere that it needs to. And then I just kind of do it up like that, taking all of my baby hairs and trying to like paint it into the rest of my hair. So this is the last piece on this side. Okay, I'm gonna do this, wash it off screen, and then I'll come back to you like tomorrow maybe when it's all styled. I'll see you with the finished product. Okay, you guys, this is the finished product. This is how dark it gets when it's freshly done and styled. If you guys want to see a blowout tutorial, definitely let me know. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know down below. I always reply to every single one of you guys. So definitely let me know. But love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.